Hello, happy Tuesday. It's December 28th, 2021. That's right, not 2022 yet. And from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and my sports reports. That's right, been about 5 days or so since I've done one of these. Of course, Christmas was in there, so not much to do on that day, or Sunday, the 26th, or Monday, the 27th, since most everything has been canceled or postponed, with the exception of a couple basketball games around the area. A bunch of tournaments have been postponed. Let's just leave it at that. I'm trying to stay positive, and it's kind of difficult sometimes to do so. We all know why they were canceled or postponed. And the problem is, if I express opinion one way or another, half the people agree with me, half the people won't. So the other thing I have been doing, though, is working on my sports reports website, which you see here. We do have begun reaching into other states to do some things with my friend Mike Pico, who you see here, the talking head of my sports reports. And basically, we introduce ourselves into some of these other states by talking about national letters of intent signings. And he's real good at that. And if you have somebody in your family or on your team that has recently signed a national letter of intent to play collegiate sports, just reach out to us at mysportsreports@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to announce that for you. He will. And so basically what happens is just some inside baseball. I find the stuff, send it to him, and he reads it in his wonderful voice. So that's my sports reports. And also, I've been trying to set up some interviews with some championship teams from around the country. But as you can imagine, since this is basically a new project again, definitely new outside these boundaries, people like to see that they're going to be interviewed by somebody who has, at least dozens of subscribers. Oh, I have dozens, but maybe hundreds or even thousands. An interview is an interview, though. It really doesn't matter. It's just taking a little time to convince some people to come talk to me. Even here in Delaware, I might add, but that's okay. The last segment that I shot was about the Wilmington Charter girls basketball team, and they had raised some money for an organization called Shooting Santas, and I said that I was going to pop up the Shooting Santas website, and I didn't, because I forget. I didn't forget this time, though. So on their Facebook page, please find that. The logo's kind of cut off there, but the Shooting Santas Foundation, if you're a Facebook subscriber, please find that, like the page, find out more about them. Excuse me. They are located out of Cecil County, Maryland. But I'm sure you can make arrangements to do some work with them anywhere. Delaware is not in Cecil County, so that's what they've done. So that's cool. You might know that I'm a hypnotist by now. Most people probably know me as a hypnotist and not as a sports guy. And have you packed on a lot of pounds, started smoking, continued smoking through the stress of the holiday season? I can help you out. If you're going to turn a new leaf for the 2022 year, reach out to me and inquire about hypnotherapy. Help you lose weight and quit smoking. Those are the two things I basically do the most work with. It can be miraculous for some people. I help a lot of people throughout the year. And in January, that's what most people like to call me. So we got to Start the new year fresh. But remember, start the new year with a mindset that January 2nd, it's okay to do it, because January 1st is a holiday. People like to gather. You're off, generally speaking. Cut yourself a break. Start on January 2nd. That works too, as long as you're starting. So if you visit me at firststatehypnosis.com, you can find out more information about that. Let me close that off. When I close it off, Dutch Country Farmers Market hooked me up for Christmas. They're in Middletown. And let's talk about some news or something here. So, as I have mentioned previously, you wouldn't know it if this is the first time you watch it, of course, but I'm kind of staying away from daily scores. People are reporting scores live from the sidelines these days. I'll talk about special achievements in a game. So if you are attending a game and you see somebody who has achieved something special or worthwhile, reach out to me, mysportsreports@gmail.com. I answer pretty quickly, so if you are on the sideline, you see something happen, take a picture. I'll give you credit, promote something for you if you want. For some other states like perhaps Florida, Texas, California, the fact that two of their states' high school football stars, in this particular case, play against each other isn't as rare as it would be for here in Delaware. And recently, in a game with the Minnesota Vikings and the LA Rams. Are they in LA? I don't even watch football anymore, to be honest with you. Two Salesianum School graduates from 2014 played against each other. They swapped their jerseys. On the left there is Troy Reeder from the Rams, and Brian O'Neill holding up Reeder's jersey there on the right, and he plays for the Vikings. So they're very proud over at Sally's. We're proud here in Delaware. That is definitely a cool thing. Concord Raiders had a couple field hockey players who made the second team all-state team this year. They are Kathleen Marciani and Mackenzie Winkowski from left to right. They are part of the all-Delaware teams for the fall season 2021, and we've done a bunch of segments with that. Just go to the YouTube channel. It's the best way to find it because they are archived a little better there on the YouTube page. Speaking of the YouTube page, you can actually chat with me live. Let's put it up there so we can see what's going on. Just real briefly,
from
because
left to right.
That's why. But right above my head there, the big head there, you could chat with me if you would like. I've just paused it here because the video will come in again. So if you would like to do that, you can. I know what the problem is. Here's what some people have been kind of yelling at me about. Like, why didn't you announce when you're doing it live? Because I'm kind of doing this as a hobby for fun right now. If I have to give myself a deadline and there's like stress, who needs a stress? Especially around now. Look, when all the millions are rolling in, or if I have lots and lots of subscribers, I can set up a regular time to do some stuff. And I have announced a couple. I'm going to have some interviews lined up because parents want to see their kids interviewed. Even though it's archived, I don't really know the difference. But if you want to chat with me live, it might help if you just don't happen to run across me. But that's the way it's going right now. Okay? I have to deal right now. St. Elizabeth High School recognized their cheerleading squad as Maroon and Gold Athletes of the Week. Brene Burse, Quarles, Sabrina Desanord, Cece Grzelski, Sanaa Hardy, Leah Hopkins, Tamia Howard, Maeve Kennard, Jessica Layton, Allie Millard Corbett, India Nichols, Anji Singh, Jaden Slattery, and Julia Verton, all Vikings Athlete of the Week recently. One of the best high school wrestling tournaments in the country is held here. Whoop. Need some brain juice. There we go. It's held here in Delaware. It's the Beast of the East. It happened on birthday weekend, December 18th and 19th. And from Salesianum, Max Agresti took second place and Frank Miller finished eighth. They are seen here with head coach Cameron Davis, himself a great local wrestler in his high school days. In the early days of this show, as a matter of fact, and now his son wrestles for Sally's. It's kind of weird. Not weird for them, but weird for me that I'm covering parents now, or who were athletes earlier. Red Lions' Keegan Barnes won first place in his weight class at the recent Howdy Duncan wrestling tournament. He was named the outstanding wrestler for the event. Also from Red Lion, Delaney Burrows of their basketball team was named Athlete of the Week for week 2 of the winter season. She had 20 points, 8 assists, and 7 steals, and a 62-18 victory over Odyssey Charter. And she is a sophomore. Let's see. Down at Milford High School, or up at Milford High School, if you happen to be south of there, Jada Newsom broke the Buccaneers indoor track girls record for the long jump with a jump of 18 feet 7 inches. That's a pretty good jump. Because I know we were talking about a Padua athlete who won the long jump. It was Jules Ballin from Padua. She won a long jump with like 17:10 with a bunch of schools. It might have been 40 schools. So 18:7 is a good leap. Forget what the record is. That's not too far away, though. And while Mike Pico has been doing national letters of intent signings, I have a couple here also from Milford High School. Ashley Bullock from the Buccaneers softball team signed an NLI to attend Kaiser University in West Palm Beach, Florida. She's a third baseman shortstop who also plays for the Delaware Express softball club. And from the Buck baseball team, Mason Morris signed an NLA to play with Coastal Carolina. He's a 6-foot, 190-pound senior who also plays for the U.S. Elite Baseball Club and hopes to play catcher and or third base for the Chanticleers. I didn't know the Coastal Carolina nickname was Chanticleers. That's pretty cool. Did not know that. Special thanks out to Jazzercise in Middletown, their fitness center on 24. No idea what that is. But that's the first time I ever heard of it. Someplace else I happened to run across Hit Cardio. I don't know. Call them and find out what it is. 302-832-6060. I thank them because the proprietors run a pretty active Facebook group for the parents of Delaware high school athletes, and they're kind enough to post these videos for me so I can promote their athletes on that page. This is also brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. Yes, I am performing shows. Did have one cancel on me in January, but quite frankly, when I booked it, I didn't think it was going to happen anyway. People still a little skittish, but have no fear, man. Just have no fear. Let's just put it that way. You can reach out to me through MarshallManlove.com, and you can find out more about my comedy hypnosis show. See a lot of pictures as you see now, a lot of videos, a frequently asked question page. It has my contact info on there, and more scary pictures of me throughout. And if you would like to book a show, comedy hypnosis show, You can let me know if this is the hair you would like me to bring, or just like me to. I'm not cutting it, not for a while. I'm gonna look like a wizard. That's the goal. Like a wizard. Yeah, I look like a tool right now, but at some point this hair gets long enough, I'll look like a wizard. That short hair was with me for quite some time. This is my lockdown cut, okay? And it's now performance art more than anything else. So, yeah. So you can follow us at DelawareSports.com. Just please do me a favor. It helps get some of this stuff in front of more people. We're on Instagram. If you have an Instagram account, just please follow the page. I'd appreciate that. What's going on here? Oh, I can't. There we go. Okay. Just please follow the page, because if you would like to have your athlete seen by more people, we can get seen if we have more viewers, obviously, but to get them, we have to be in front. So the more viewers, the higher up in the search rankings it comes up. That's really all it is. My Sports Report's on YouTube. We're on a couple other new places. Also, Patreon, Twitch, brand new Tube, whatever that is. Getter. We're on Anchor.fm and Spotify if you just want the audio version. And that's it, I think. I don't know when I'll be back next. I'm going to work on some things for the other states. Technically, this is for other states too, but I'm just heavy on Delaware stuff. Right? Because that's where I live. From the home studio in Middletown, Delaware. I think that's it for today. Will it be it for the year? Time will tell. Time and motivation will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marshal Manlove, and now I'm gone. Yeah.